Hello, my YouTube friends. I hope each and every one of you are well and good and doing something amazing in your life. I welcome you all to this new episode of the Slyyd Show. Before starting this episode, I just wanted to thank each and every one of you who subscribed my channel. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. It really inspires me and it really motivates me to keep uploading new videos. In this episode, I'm going to discuss inspirational quotes by a very famous person. I'm a fan of him and he's like a legend to me. His name is Arnold Schwarzenegger. So without wasting any time, guys, let's start it. Arnold Alois Schwarzenegger, born in July 30, 1947. He is an Austrian-American actor, filmmaker, businessman, investor, author, philanthropist, activist, politician, and a former professional bodybuilder and powerlifter. He also served 2 terms as the 38th governor of California from 2003 to 2011. Schwarzenegger began lifting weights at the age of 15. He won the Mr. Universe title at age 20 and went on to win the Mr. Olympia contest 7 times, remaining a prominent presence in bodybuilding and writing many books and articles on the sport. The Arnold Sports Festival, considered one of the best professional bodybuilding competitions in recent years, is named after him. He is widely considered to be one of the greatest bodybuilders of all time, as well as that sport's most charismatic ambassador. Schwarzenegger gained worldwide fame as a Hollywood action film icon. His breakthrough film was The Sword and the Sorcery epic Conan the Barbarian in 1982, a box office hit that resulted in a sequel. In 1984, he appeared in the title role of James Cameron's critically and commercially successful science fiction thriller film The Terminator. He subsequently reprised the Terminator character in most of the franchise's later installments: Terminator 2 Judgment Day 1991, Terminator 3 Rise of the Machine 2003, and Terminator Genesis 2015. He has appeared in a number of other successful films such as Commando in 1985, The Running Man in 1987, Predator in 1987, Twins in 1988, Total Recall in 1990, Kindergarten Cop in 1990, and True Lies in 1994. Friends, let's now discuss the inspirational quotes by Arnold Schwarzenegger. Quote number 1. Training gives us an outlet for suppressed energies created by stress and thus tones the spirit just as exercise conditions the body. Quote number 2. The last 3 or 4 reps is what makes the muscle grow. This area of pain divides the champion from someone else who is not a champion. That's what most people lack. Having the guts to go on and just say they will go through the pain no matter what happens. Quote number 3. Bodybuilding is much like any other sport. To be successful, you must dedicate yourself 100% to your training, diet, and mental approach. Quote number 4. Not many people understand what a pump is. It must be experienced to be understood. It is the greatest feeling that I get. I search for this pump because it means that my muscles will grow when I get it. I get a pump when blood is running into my muscle. They become really tight with blood, like the skin is going to explode any minute. It's like someone putting air in my muscles. It blows up. It feels fantastic. Quote number 5. What we face may look insurmountable, but I learned something from all those years of training and competing. I learned something from all those sets and reps when I didn't think I could lift another ounce of weight. What I learned is that we are always stronger than we know. Quote number 6. The resistance that you fight physically in the gym and the resistance that you fight in the life can only build a strong character. Quote number 7. A beginner does 8 repetitions of a certain exercise with his maximum weight on the barbell. As soon as it hurts, he thinks about stopping. I work beyond this point, which means I tell my mind that as soon as it hurts aching, it is growing. Growing is something unusual for the body when you are over 18. The body isn't used to 10, 11 or 12 reps with a maximum weight. Then I do 10 or 15 sets of this in a row. No human body was ever prepared for this, and suddenly it is making itself grow to handle this new challenge, growing through this pain area. Experiencing this pain in my muscle and aching and going on is my challenge. The last 3 or 4 reps is what makes the muscle grow. This area of pain divides a champion from someone who is not a champion. That's what most people lack, having the guts to go on and just say they will go through the pain no matter what happens. I have no fear of fainting. I do squats until I fall over and pass out. So what? It's not going to kill me. I wake up 5 minutes later and I'm okay. a lot of other athletes are afraid of this, so they don't pass out, they don't go on. Quote number 8. There are no shortcuts. Everything is reps, reps, reps. Quote number 9. I do the same exercises I did 50 years ago and they still work. I eat the same food I ate 50 years ago and it still works. Quote number 10. What I'm doing is the thing I want to do. I don't care what other people think. If the rest of disagrees and says I shouldn't waste my time, I still will be a bodybuilder. I love it. I love the feeling in my muscles. I love the competition and I love the things it gives me. I have never really had to work in my whole life. I have never had an 8 to 6 job. I have always made good money. I have traveled all over the world competing and giving exhibitions. I have made a profession out of a pastime which perhaps only 5% of the population can do. The other 95% are frustrated office workers working for someone else. I'm totally independent, so I feel if I would live again or if I would be born again, I would do exactly the same thing. Quote number 11. Just like in bodybuilding, failure is also a necessary experience for growth in our own lives. For if we are never tested to our limits, how will we know how strong we really are? How will we ever grow? Quote number 12. The better you get, the less you run around showing off as a muscle guy. You know, you wear regular shirts, not always trying to show off what you have. You talk less about it. It's like you have a little BMW, you want to race the hell out of this car because you know it's just going 110. But if you see guys driving a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, they slide around at 60 on the freeway because they know if they press on that accelerator, they are going to go 170. These things are the same in every field. Quote number 13. The only way to be a champion is by going through these forced reps and the torture and pain. That's why I call it the torture routine, because it's like forced torture. Torturing my body, what helps me is to think of this pain as pleasure. Pain makes me grow. Growing is what I want. Therefore, for me, pain is pleasure. And so, when I'm experiencing pain, I'm in heaven. It's great. People suggest this is masochistic, but they are wrong. I like pain for a particular reason. I don't like needles stuck in my arm, but I do like the pain that is necessary to be a champion. Quote number 14. Most bodybuilders only have a hazy notion of what they want to look like. They do not say, I'm going to be a winner. The negative impulses around the gym can be incredible. I would hear bodybuilders complaining, oh no, not another set that destroyed them. I have always believed that if you are training for nothing, you're wasting your effort. Quote number 15. The unique thing about bodybuilding is that when I compete, it is just me on a stage alone. There is no field, no bat, no ball, no skis, no skates. All other athletes have to use equipment like a football, but I don't use anything in competition except myself. It's just me up there, me alone, no coach, no nothing. Quote number 16. Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. Quote number 17. Failure is not an option. Everyone has to succeed. Quote number 18. The mind is the limit. As long as the mind can envision the fact that you can do something, you can do it. As long as you really believe 100%. Quote number 19. For me, life is continuously being hungry. The meaning of life is not simply to exist, to survive, but to move ahead, to go up, to achieve, to conquer. Quote number 20. As a kid, I always idolized the winning athletes. It is one thing to idolize heroes. It is quite another to visualize yourself in their place. When I saw great people, I said to myself, I can be there. Quote number 21. Well, you know, I am the forever optimist. Quote number 22. We all have great inner power. The power is self-faith. There's really an attitude to winning. You have to see yourself winning before you win. And you have to be hungry. You have to want to conquer. Quote number 23. My instinct was to win, eliminate anyone who is in competition, destroy my enemy, and move on without any kind of hesitation at all. Quote number 24. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength. Quote number 25. Stop whining. Quote number 26. Stay hungry, stay healthy, be a gentleman, believe strongly in yourself, and go beyond limitations. Quote number 28. Good things don't happen by coincidence. Every dream carries with it certain risks, especially the risk of failure. But I am not stopped by risks. Suppose a great person takes the risk and fails, then the person must try again. You cannot fail forever. If you try 10 times, you have a better chance of making it on the 11th. Try then, if you didn't try at all. Quote number 28. Money doesn't make you happy. I now have $50 million, but I was just as happy when I had $48 million. Quote number 29. Help others and give something back. I guarantee you will discover that while public service improves the lives and the world around you, its greatest reward is the enrichment and the new meaning it will bring to your own life. Quote number 30. The worst thing I can be is the same as everybody else. I hate that. Quote number 31. I welcome and seek your ideas, but do not bring me small ideas. Bring me big ideas to match our future. Quote number 32. Start wide, expand further, and never look back. Quote number 33. I can hide my feelings under my muscles. Definitely. I can hide them as long as necessary. And when I feel they can come out, I let them out. I think this is fantastic. It's great to have control over my mind. Other people get mixed up. They can't control themselves. They can't go to work for a week, or they can't talk on the phone because they are crying. I can switch myself back and forth. When I'm training for a competition, I can be what some people call inhuman. But really, I think it's more like being superhuman. Then after the competition, I can switch off again, be human and very emotional, and so on. Quote number 34. I knew I was winner back in the late 60s. I knew I was destined for great things. People will say that kind of thinking is totally immodest. I agree. Modesty is not a word that applies to me in any way. I hope it never will. Quote number 35. Learned helplessness is the giving up reaction, the quitting response that follows from the belief that whatever you do doesn't matter. Quote number 36. If my life was a movie, no one would believe it. Quote number 37. You have to remember something. Everybody pities the weak. Jealousy you have to earn. Quote number 38. What is the point of being on this earth if you're going to be like everyone else? Quote number 39. It's not what you get out of life that counts. Break your mirrors. In our society that is so self-absorbed, begin to look less at yourself and more at each other. You will get more satisfaction from having improved your neighborhood, your town, your state, your country, and your fellow human beings than you will ever get from your muscles, your figure, your automobile, your house, or your credit rating. Quote number 40. You will get more from being a peacemaker than a warrior. Quote number 41. If you want to be a champion, you can't have any kind of outside negative coming in to affect you. So I trained myself for that, to be totally cold and not have things going through my mind. And it was a sad story when my father died, because my mother called me on the phone and she said, you know, your dad died. And this was exactly 2 months before a contest. Are you coming home for the funeral? She said. I said, no, it's too late. He is dead and nothing can be done. I'm sorry I can't come. And I didn't explain the reason why, because how do you explain to a mother whose husband died? You just can't be bothered now because of a contest. Quote number 42. I was always dreaming about very powerful people, dictators and things like that. I was always impressed by people who could be remembered for hundreds of years, even like Jesus being remembered for thousands of years. Quote number 43. When I was 10 years old, I got this thing that I wanted to be best in something. So I started swimming. I won championships, but I felt I couldn't be the best. I tried skiing, but there I felt I didn't have potential. I played soccer, but I didn't like that too well because there I didn't get the credit alone if I did something special. I just avoided team sports from then on. Then I started lifting through the other sports and I enjoyed it the most. I won the Austrian championship in 1964, but found out I was too tall. So I quit that and went into bodybuilding. 2 years later I found out that that's it. That's what I can be best in. With this beautiful quote, this episode ends here, friends. I hope you like it. I hope you like inspired by this episode. If you have any suggestions, do let me know. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment. And I will meet you guys on the next episode. Till then, bye bye. Take care.